was to a little marketing plan we came up to combat the issue of TMS and more specifically Friday night drags of increasing attendance in the grandstands. I'm Joe Nollis, Preston Pearson, and Michael Lemon, and we're going to tell you a little bit about our marketing plan and how we plan to implement it. So a little bit of overview of our presentation. We're going to start off with the marketing objective, the issue at hand, of increasing the number of people in the stands, go into a little internal, external analysis, what factors do we need to take into account when creating this marketing plan, how we're going to implement it, what initiatives we're taking, and then finish off with a break-even analysis to give you more of a numerical approach. The main objective here was to increase the number of attendance. And at Friday night drags, more specifically, you say you already have enough racers, maybe even enough racers to even start like a second night, like 2 nights in a row. So we're trying to increase the amount of people in the grandstands. You wanted us to target the generation Y, 18 to 25. We decided to take a little different approach. We decided to go with high school students, which is like Gen Z, which have a lot of similar characteristics of Gen Y, but we felt was more optimal for Friday night drags. Due to the timing, Friday nights in the summer, a lot of people go home, that sort of thing, and we plan to do this with the $10,000 budget provided to us. A little SWOT analysis of Friday night drags. We found some of the strengths. We have a loyal customer base, they're consistent, but we still need, although that's a strength, we still need to increase the number of attendance. Like said, mentioned before, there's very, very unique experience. You get it's actually, you get more one-on-one, like with the track and stuff, than the other events which is pretty cool, and all that for such a low price of $7. If you go down the street at Ridgemar Mall, there's the Rave Theater. Like a ticket for a movie, like average movie price is like $10. So going at the see cool cars race, that's definitely a strength. Weaknesses, traffic. I personally go to Denton a lot. I have friends at UNT, and no matter what day of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, any time of the day, there's always traffic, and it gets congested even more with construction. And from race we go with the band, like we have to wait a long time just to get in to the actual race, and that can drive away potential and existing customers from going. It's also the distance. Because it's such a unique experience, we feel it doesn't really compete with like stuff like the Denton track or the Kennedale track, but it's more the entertainment business, also because it's on a Friday night on a summer. So the distance can be a weakness. Why not just go down the street and go watch a movie, or why not go to Billy Bob's or wherever? And the largest and most important is the lack of awareness. I know many car enthusiasts who have never even heard of Friday night drags. But when telling them what's about, the pricing, and all that, they said there's no doubt that they would give it a chance. With that, I feel that lack of awareness is also the greatest opportunity. We want to extend awareness through promotional activities. When we went, none of us saw any promotion for Friday night drags at the race on November 3rd when we went. So increasing promotional activities through many things, maybe even extending this drive school and adding a drag racing sector to it. Some of the threats we found was that it's the summer, so the heat may be the only factor that causes any potential or existing customers to dismiss Friday night drags from their vote set. Also, other entertainment, like I mentioned before. We want to focus on the local entertainment. There's like the Verizon Theater, comedians go there. Kevin Hart was there not too long ago. There's American Airlines Center. Drake was there not too long ago. Luke Bryan was here. Billy Bob was not too long ago. Those are just music venues, but there's also, like I said, maybe you don't want to be out there in the heat. You just go to why not just go hang out at the mall or something? I don't know, whatever high school students do. With that, there's also bars and clubs. It's also 6 to 7-ish when it starts, which is around dinner time. So many people might just want to go out to eat or something with some friends, and like I said, maybe catch a movie or go to one of these other events in the area. We also have gone into a more in-depth analysis of our customer to see their needs and to better structure a marketing plan around the objective.
All right, customer analysis. We're going to have a primary and secondary marketing strategy. Our first marketing strategy is towards high schoolers, actually 15 schools around the Texas Motor Speedway area. And with these 15 schools, we're looking at about 35,500 students that we are approaching with this. And how we're looking to approach these kids is by increasing the awareness of Friday Night Drags, letting them know what Friday Night Drags is all about. Our secondary marketing strategy is to college students, and that is with surveys, finding out what they like and what they prefer, as well as handing out promotions, giving them some tickets, maybe merchandise, seeing if they come out. All right, marketing strategy, we're looking at 3 marketing strategies here. Our first campaign is a charitable pep rally that will be held at the high schools. Our second is a scholarship event that's held at Friday Night Drags. And our third is social media improvements for Friday Night Drags specifically. All right, implementation. On campaign 1 for our charitable pep rally at high schools, again, this is targeting those 15 schools with about 35,500 students at them. And what we're looking to do is get involved. Since it is a charity pep rally, we're looking to get involved with Speedway Children's Charity that does have a Texas Motor Speedway chapter. And with this, that charity does help kids in need with food, as well as college tuition and funds if they do have financial problems. Now with this, we do want to increase the awareness of Friday Night Drags. So we were thinking of creating about 3 teams with 2 members on each team, targeting about the last 1 to 2 weeks of school, since they do occur, the 6 Friday Night Drags do occur in the summer. So we can keep it fresh on their minds. And what we're looking to do is bring out a NASCAR, and obviously high school students don't really like to pay a whole lot of attention if they're not really doing anything or interacting. So what we're looking to do is get a faculty member, like a principal, vice principal, in a NASCAR, get that connection with them, as well as get the kids involved. Since it is drag race, sprints like 40-yard dashes, relays, potato sack races, get them involved, have fun, because we know if they're having fun at the pep rally, they're also going to have fun at the Friday Night Drag race. And with this, we're also going to give them a free ticket. And with giving them a free ticket, you're not really losing anything, because if they do show up, they are going to most likely purchase concession stand items. And if they do like it, you have a new customer. Our second is a scholarship event that's held at each pep rally, or not pep rally, but at each Friday Night Drag event. And at these Friday Night Drag event, the scholarship is going to be talked about to the 35,000 students at the pep rally. And at this scholarship event, we're looking to get the kid to show up. This is a non-biased scholarship. It doesn't matter who you are. It's equal opportunity for everybody. It's your non-traditional scholarship. You don't have to write an essay. You don't have to do any of that. So this appeals to students that might not be as good in writing, and they're like, I can't even qualify for this scholarship. I don't think I'm good enough. So it gets them out there to have a great time. And what they do is they show up to the front gates, they present their school ID, and automatically they're entered in to get that $1,000 scholarship. And for that $1,000 scholarship, you need approximately about 143 of those 35,500 students to show up to make your money back on that. And that 143 out of 35,500 is approximately 0.04% of our target market. Now our last campaign, which is our third campaign, is social media improvements. Atlanta Motor Speedway has something very similar, Friday Night Drags, and we saw on Facebook that they had around 4,500 followers, and they had a really good rating of about 4.7 to 4.8. And we're looking to create a Facebook and Twitter Friday Night Drag page specifically for Friday Night Drags. That way we can increase the awareness of Friday Night Drags through social media. Because social media is such a big thing now and people are on it constantly all the time, it's a great way to go. As Twitter goes, what we're looking to do is hashtag events. And when you hashtag events, we're looking at giving away promotional things, such as tickets, merchandise, and other things like that. Same thing with Facebook. Facebook, if you post that you were at Friday Night Drags that Friday, or that you were at Texas Motor Speedway, you have a chance of winning, tickets and other such items like that. And because 71% of people who do like a brand use them for promotional activities, then you have a really big number that is able to do that. And with that,
So we wanted to provide a map of where these schools lie in regards to TMS for sales, forecast, and break-even analysis purposes. So as Ross was mentioning, there are 15 high schools within 20 miles of Texas Motor Speedway. We're looking at 35,000, roughly 500 students in the local area. So when we look at a sales forecast for this local market, we had some assumptions that went along with it. One being that 5% of students at the schools are going to forget their IDs when they come to the event, therefore having to purchase a ticket. 50% of students are going to bring a +1 attendant, whether it be a friend or family member, to the event, also purchasing a ticket. 50% of the students, or total attendants, are going to purchase at least $10 in concessions. And for this group, it's going to maintain consistent attendance all throughout the 6 races, so for the entire Friday Night Drags event. And as for our sales forecast, we went ahead and provided 0.5% increments for beginning at 0.5% and going to 2.5%. I know it's not feasible that you guys are going to bring 10% of this student market. So we started small, and for break-even purposes, we wanted to focus on the 1.5% bracket. So we'll go over that on this next slide. So when we're looking at the 1.5% group, we see that there's a total number of attendants of around 800 students. This for a Friday night revenue, with half of them purchasing tickets as a +1 and 5% of the students having purchased a ticket, you're looking at around $6,000. So we found a unit price per customer of $7.57. This is out of the total number of attendants. And so your break-even point is right around 1,300 customers. You're going to break even under the $10,000 that we spent on the 6 scholarships, $1,000, and then the other costs that go into paying employees to represent at those schools. So for the full $10,000 we spend, and if we're maintaining consistent attendance, it's only going to take 2 races to earn your money back. You're looking at 1,600 total students if they attend a second race, and you're looking at a profit of around $2,000 at that point. And if maintained consistently throughout the entire Friday Night Drags event, there's going to be revenue of $36,000 minus the $10,000 for fixed costs. So you're looking at revenue of $26,000. And so this was looking at a small part of the target market. We believe we can even lower the scale down to 0.5%, and we thought that this was a reasonable number with our implementation plan and marketing strategy that we came up with. And so at this point, we want to thank you guys again for being here. If you have any questions,